I'll keep the download links in the description for the SDK. Before we get started, make sure any overlays are turned off as they have a seriously adverse effect on performance. This means shadow play, plays TV, etc. After you finish downloading the SDK and launch it, this will take a while if it's your first time. Don't worry, it's normal. Open up the map you want by clicking File, Open Level, or alternatively you can Control O and go to Maps, and then go to the folder of the map you want and pick any layer. Make sure you don't pick the master layer as that's not fully rendered. For this example, we're going to be using Jensen's Range, so I go into the Jensen's Range folder and open up Jensen's Range. This doesn't have any layers because it's just the training map. This will take a long time if it's your first load, but don't worry, subsequent loads are going to be much faster. Alright, now for some preliminary things before we can start working on this map for cinematics. When you've loaded into a map for the first time, you're going to want to go to File, Save Current As, and then just keep the map name and add something like Cinematic at the end of it. And then click Save. This is so you don't have to verify your SDK if you mess something up in the map that you can't fix. This may take a while. Just be patient. Now that that's done, highlight everything in the world outliner here on the top right by clicking the bottom and left shift clicking the top, and then click on this widget right here to create a new folder. I'm going to name this folder Trash because all of this is pretty much useless to us as we're going to work in our level sequence. If you want to remove all of these orange highlights, simply press G. Again. Alright, and remove these camera by clicking somewhere in the world. Perfect. Now click Settings here in the top left and click World Settings. Scroll down in World Settings and look for the Game Mode. Make sure this Game Mode override is set on BP Game Mode. After that's done, click on the Blueprints tab, go to Project Settings, go to the HUD class, select HUD class, and make sure it's set to none. Go back and do the same for the override. Alright, all our preliminary stuff is done, so let's record a simple scene of a man running up these stairs. I want a US soldier running up the stairs with an AK-47, for example. I go back to my World Settings tab, and I scroll down to find the Gameplay tab and look for Default Weapon Class. I'm going to be looking for the AK-74. I'm going to click the BP, and now I'm going to move my camera using a right click on the port and WASD to navigate through the world to get to my starting position, which is going to be right here. Next thing you're going to do is click this drop down arrow for play. Make sure the spawn player is set at current camera location and the mode is set at the selected viewport. Clicking play for the first time might take a bit in a session, but it'll be much faster in all subsequent. Alright, now that you've loaded in, there are some quick camera tools that you can use to make your life much easier. If you press O, you'll switch to a third person view. If you press I, you'll zoom out. If you press U, you'll zoom in. You'll notice that if you move your mouse around, the camera won't move with you. But we can fix this. If you hold O, you can change the camera position. I'll zoom out a bit to get a better angle, and you'll see the camera follows me. Personally, I like to record in first person, so I'm going to press O 2 more times, 3 more times, to make myself back in first person. Now to get our actor recorded. In order to do this, simply type in the weapon that you used inside the world outliner and look for your actor. In order to record your actor, simply right-click your actor and look for the Record BP Soldier USA Rifleman. I'm going to click him, but get ready. You're going to have to start recording as soon as you click. Timer starts, and as soon as the timer goes, I'm going to start running. With that done, you press Shift F1 and click this little red circle to stop recording. Now you can press escape or click stop on the top in order to resume editing. Alright, now that you've settled on an area for a scene, go to this left tab here and drag an empty actor into the world. We're going to be naming this Beacon. So if you ever get lost in the world, simply click on the beacon and press F. It'll return you to where your scene is. If you click play, you'll notice that our scene is a bit screwed up. The soldier has no head, he's running sideways. What's going on? Well, that's completely normal. All we need to do is extract some information from our recorded sequence, which is this red bar here. So we're going to drag another empty actor into the world, and we're going to rename this to main actor. And we need to extract the transform sequence from the red bar by double clicking on it. Open up the characters tab and go to the bottom. Right click on the transform, copy, and then on the top right, go back to your cinematic. This is your sequence. Now drag your empty main actor into the sequence, like such, and then right click and paste. With that done, you can delete this red bar by clicking on it and pressing delete on your keyboard. Now, we need to get a model and a gun to attach to this transform. In order to do that, click on Content Browser, go to Art, go to Soldier 2, and pick whatever soldier you'd want. I'm going to pick up a USA Rifleman. Simply click and drag into the scene. Now take the rifleman and parent him to the main actor by dragging him as such. Make sure by going to the Details tab that he's set to his origin position, 0, 0, 0. Now he's still a bit messed up, but we can fix that. If you click the to front, he'll be reset to his first position. We need to bring him down. Since we know that he's on flat ground, we can click on this actor and then drag him down. Usually it's about -90 to -95 centimeters. So with this, I know that it is -90 centimeters. And we're going to be adjusting his rotation, but not just yet. Before we do that, go into your cinematics folder. Go to Sequences, Animations, and you'll notice a bunch of animations recorded here. Click on an animation until you find one that isn't completely messed up. So he's not above the ground or under the ground. He's perfect. So we're going to be keeping this animation. I'm going to be renaming this animation to Main Actor Tutorial. The rest of these animations are useless to me because I don't need any gun animations as I don't have any close-ups. So you're going to want to delete them. Select them all and delete. Click Force Delete. Now first time delete of any session is going to take a while. Be patient. This is normal. Alright. After the deletion done, you'll notice your sequence is closed out. This is normal after deletions. Simply go back to Content Browser and open up your sequence again. Well, since I'm here in the animations folder, I'm going to make a new folder for the scene I'm working on and store the animation there. I simply click and drag. Then I go back to Cinematics and open up my tutorial sequence, which is right here. Alright, now we're going to be applying the animation to our actor. So take your actor and drag him into the sequence. Then click this little plus symbol next to the animation track. We're going to be searching for our animation by typing in the name and click. Make sure you're on the 0 frame. Now you'll notice that he's facing the wrong way, so now we will be adjusting the rotation. So to me, it seems like if you put it to 0, it'll be okay, but that is not always the case. Or, never mind. Probably about 90. This is a bit of trial and error. Yes, that seems okay. Now we'll play our scene and see if this is a-okay. Whoops. Perfect. Now we just need to add a gun, which is pretty straightforward. Simply go back to Content Browser, go to Art, go into Items, pick up the AK-74, which should be, yeah, simply this one. Simply drag it into the scene. I'm going to close trash. Take the AK-74, attach to the actor, and make sure you attach to the bone pipe 01 weapon 1 socket. Now you'll see that the gun, oh, I'm sorry for the lag, is attached perfectly to him. And that's it. I'll be doing further tutorials on how to set up cameras. You can mess around with everything. Hope you enjoyed. That's that. Also, one last thing. Don't forget, use Ctrl-Shift-S to save all. Do not use Ctrl-S. It is deceiving.